Oh, good. You're awake. Don't struggle too much. I know what this must look like, but I promise that I'm not going to kill you. Are your ropes too tight? I can loosen them a little. Sadly, the gag has to stay in. You see, I can't have you interrupting me while I create my masterpiece, or while I tell you how it came to be. Do you recognize me? No? Well, maybe you aren't an art lover. My name is Ronald DePriest, and I am a world-renowned artist. My work has been seen in galleries, museums, and was once the showcase of any place that housed them. The critics said my eye for color and my ability to capture the human condition in a simple brushstroke was astonishing and even peerless. I had the ear of the world, and whatever I painted turned to gold. It was to be expected, of course. Are you sure your bonds aren't too tight? I can loosen them a little. Well, if you're sure, I'd offer you something to drink, but all I have is wine, and I dare say it might react badly to the sedative I gave you earlier. Oh, now, don't act so upset. I told you I'm not going to hurt you. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, my rise to fame. My genius was to be expected after all. From a young age, I showed sublime talent with the brush. I had an eye for detail and a notable presence on the canvas. I was soon invited to study at some of the greatest art schools in the world, where my talent was honed and molded by some of the greatest artistic minds of our time. I debuted my first serious piece when I was 13 years old. By the time I was 14, I had my first gallery showing, and for my 18th birthday, I was honored to have one of my paintings hung in the Metropolitan Museum of Art alongside the greatest works of our time. It didn't stop there, though. My work was hung in Le Louvre in France, the Archipelago's Museum in Greece, and even the Pardon in Madrid. Every serious art critic said how they wished they could see into my mind so they could glimpse my genius. Every serious art critic said how they wished they could see into my mind so they might glimpse my genius firsthand. And for several years, I was the toast of the art world. Sadly, though, that only made my fall more spectacular. What's wrong? Why do you look so scared? Oh, but of course, I guess it is a little disconcerting to see a man who's kidnapped you holding a .357 Magnum. Don't weep, so tonight this gun is my brush, and the walls of this basement are my canvas. Oh, for the love of God, stop struggling. Tonight you're going to be a part of history. And you're shaking and flailing like I'm a wild animal. Now you've made me lose my train of thought. Where was I? Oh yes, my fall from grace. It wasn't a lapse in my talent, you understand? My genius never wavered, but these Philistines grew bored with my work. The critics, men who had once praised me as a genius, now saw my art as overdone and reminiscent of earlier work. They wrote articles about how I peaked at 20, about how I should be proud of my accomplishments, how I should cease to embarrass myself by continuing this sad campaign. They again wrote about how they would love to see within the mind of the artist so they could see how it had all gone wrong. I tried modern art, living art, interpretive art, but it all amounted to the same thing. The loving eyes of the public had turned from me, and now it's come to this. Why do you continue to struggle and weep? I've already told you that I'm not going to hurt you. No. Your job is to tell the world about my latest work. You are the herald of my genius, and you must tell the art world what I cannot. Listen to the sound the cylinder makes when I spin it. Such a smooth sound, isn't it? You see, my friend, I've decided to give the art community just what it's always wanted. If they want to see what's inside the mind of an artist so badly, then they're going to love my last piece. Ah, I can hear the sirens outside now. I called the police 10 minutes ago and told them where to find us. It will take them another few minutes to break the door down and make their way to the basement, but it will be too late by then. I'm going to remove your gag now so that you can help them discover my latest piece of art. And remember, ish cold, da mein auf an Arbist. Hey guys, thank you for listening to today's Creepypasta, and I hope you enjoyed. I do have a podcast called The Murder House Radio Show. Check it out. The link will be in the description below. It is a true crime podcast. But if you did like, comment, subscribe, and share for more. Hit the bell notification when you subscribe and select all to get all notifications whenever I upload. I upload 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday, at least one video a day. Now all the long episodes and full series of creepypastas are on all major podcasting platforms under the name deadly_zone_narrations. There will also be a link for it in the description. Also, go follow all the social media accounts. They are in the description below. I do have a subreddit called Deadly Narrations. The link will be in the description. Also in the description below are the sources to the creepypasta and the music used, so go check those out. Let me know what creepypasta you would like to hear next, or if you have your own you would like me to narrate. Or if you have a creepypasta series you would like to hear, send them to me on any of the social medias in the DMs, or to my email address, which is also in the description, or leave them in the comments below. Also in the description below is the author's social medias if they have any listed. But that's it for today's creepypasta. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time in the Deadly Zone, stay deadly and stay spooky.